Hello and welcome back to the MCF Participant Education Series. I'm Hunter Nibert. Today we're going to be discussing investing in your future. The first question is, why invest in a retirement plan at all? Well, the question is, do you plan to retire someday? Despite market volatility, retirement plans can be one of the best vehicles that you can use, and you get advantages such as tax-deferred investing, dollar cost averaging, just to name a few. Here's what we do know. Americans are not saving enough. According to a recent study, 79% of workers were confident that they would not have enough to comfortably retire. 48% of those workers had never completed a retirement needs calculation, which just means that they've never taken the time to really see how much money they need for their retirement. And then 67% of people fully expected that they were going to have to keep working in their retirement years. Doesn't sound much like a retirement to me. So if you don't have enough retirement savings, then what are we going to do? Social Security, will it be enough for you? That's a little bit different for everybody. Last year, the average Social Security payment was $1,471 per month. That's $17,652 a year. Could you even live on that? I know I couldn't, and most people can't. And while Social Security is an important component of retirement income for everybody, it can't be relied on as your sole income. So, solid saving habits. I know it sounds simple, but think small and do it regularly. Thinking small can pay big rewards and dividends, particularly over time. Number one, and I'm very big on this, pay yourself first. You know, my grandfather used to say that if you want a job done right, you've got to do it yourself. It's on us to take responsibility to save for our own retirement. And if we want a good job, we've got to do it ourselves. And it starts with you. As my boss says, the buck stops here. So we need to pay ourselves first. And it's nice to have a retirement plan because it's a don't touch account. By nature, it's difficult to get to that money, and that's what we want. The only wrong thing to do is to do nothing about protecting your financial future. So how much is needed? This is just a graphic that shows you over a 30-year period of how much retirement savings will provide in monthly income. $100,000 will provide you about $391 of income, and so on and so forth. So save accordingly and over time. So now that we've looked and see what various amounts produce for us in income, how much should we be saving? A 12% savings goal per month is what we suggest at MCF from the youngest age possible, 12% or higher, I might add. What can a small amount do for you over time? Look at what $100 per month can do over a 30-year period. $100 a month over a 30-year period with an 8% return would generate about $149,000 for you. That's a big chunk. Small things pay big dividends over time. So now that we're started investing, we need to worry about time in and not the timing of it. If you wait longer to contribute to your retirement account, you will have to pay more to catch up over time to reach the same goals. And let's take the illustration of Sarah. Sarah's 30 years old, makes $50,000 a year, and is contributing $1,500 a year to her retirement account. If Sarah at 30 years old starts now, she will have over $279,000 in savings after 30 years. If she waits just 10 years to get started, it's going to cost her almost $150,000 in savings, meaning she would only have $129,526. So waiting can cost you big time. So let's get started today. This is a good example that I like to show. Saving for retirement isn't easy. However, by making these small adjustments, you can have a substantial change over the course of your savings career. So what we have to do is budget and look at what expenses that we can cut if you don't think you have any money available. 82% of Americans spend $57 per week on coffee and lunch. What if we could save just 2 days a week from coffee and lunch? That would be $23 a week, which would almost yield you $1,200 a month. The dollar tends to go a longer way when we don't eat out. What does that extra $1,200 a year look like for you? Again, $1,200 a year with an 8% return after 30 years will yield almost $150,000. Over 40 years, you're looking at over almost $350,000. Small changes, big results. In conclusion, I think the theme of this entire education piece is think small and do it regularly. Small changes can yield big results over time. So start now and start today. Also, take advantage of the resources that are available to you. If you want a retirement needs calculation, please reach out to us in the MCF team and we'll be glad to help you with that. Until then, we'll see you next time.